What to do when you feel down. Elijah was as human as we are. James 5:17. Elijah got so down that he was ready to end it all, and it happened on the heels of his greatest victory. He had just called down fire from heaven on Mount Carmel when he went from exhilaration to exhaustion. We forget that even when we are successful and love what we do, it can be physically, mentally, and emotionally draining. So if you are a purpose-driven person with no boundaries, pay attention. Number one, exhaustion made Elijah lose perspective. He had just defeated 850 false prophets in 1 Kings 18:19. And now he was running from one woman, Jezebel. General George Patton Jr. said, "Fatigue makes cowards of us all." When fatigue walks in, faith walks out. It distorts our thinking and makes us overlook God's power and His promises. Mental fatigue, coupled with physical exhaustion, is a deadly combination that invites hopelessness and creates the illusion that we have no options. Number two, fear made Elijah isolate himself. Leaving his servant in Beersheba, he went into the wilderness and told God, "I am the only one left. Now they are trying to kill me." 1 Kings 19:10. At that moment, Elijah was in the worst possible company, his own. When you feel down, that isn't the time to isolate yourself. That's when you need to reach for God and the people who love you and can help you get back up. Even Paul needed help. After writing, "In Macedonia, we found trouble all around us, fighting on the outside and fear on the inside." He added, "But God, who comforts those who are troubled, comforted us when Titus came." 2 Corinthians 7:5-6. So, who do you need to call? Who do you need to reach for? Don't keep putting it off. Do it. My glory and the one who lifts up my head. Psalm 3:3. When Elijah was at his lowest point, God told him these three important things. Number one, spend more time with God. Go out and stand on the mountain before the Lord. 1 Kings 19:11. That was where God spoke to him in a still small voice in 1 Kings 19:12. The word still teaches us that instead of always working for God, we need to spend time with Him. If you don't, you will run on empty and get nowhere. When David was feeling down, he wrote, "Many are saying God won't rescue him. But Lord, you are my shield, my wonderful God who gives me courage. I will pray to the Lord and He will answer me." Psalm 3:2-4. Number two, stop trying to do it all yourself. That's the fast route to depression. Leadership isn't just about getting the job done. It's about developing others and getting it done through them. Elijah wasn't alone. God told him, "I have reserved 7,000 in Israel whose knees have not bowed to Baal." 1 Kings 19:18. Don't just operate, learn to cooperate. Number three, realize your assignment isn't over. God showed Elijah there were still kings to anoint, battles to win, and a successor to be prepared. 1 Kings 19:16. Need a reason to get out of bed in the morning? God will give you one. When you're down, He doesn't get mad at you. On the contrary, His word says, He will not break the bruised reed, nor quench the dimly burning flame. He will encourage the faint-hearted, those tempted to despair. Isaiah 42:3. That's the loving kindness of God.